right, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock, it is time for Professor Gadget, also known as Jim George from American Cable Services. If you have a question about your cable, about your computer, about your internet, your Wi-Fi, your gadgets in general, this is a good time to call. We have fun on this show, and we invite you to have fun with us. The number is 622-9622. Good morning, Jim. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, you mentioned something pretty important that's kind of low tech, but it's still important. And I know people know this, but it's always worth reminding people, and that's too many things plugged into the same outlet.
Yeah, during Christmas time, people plug in flashing lights, and stars and Christmas tree lights and every item they can plug in, and they fail to realize that those wires get hot when they have to work that hard. And then that's where fires start.
Yeah.
And not just behind the wall fires where that wire got hot, but the little small thin wires that are used for Christmas tree lights. Because a lot of them have in on in, where you can plug one into the other. And if you plug in 3 or 4 or 5 string of lights into that first wire that hit the AC outlet, that's going to get very hot trying to transport all that.
Really? Yep. I threw out a oven toaster because the wire from the wall to the oven toaster would get hot.
Yes.
I thought, that doesn't feel good to me. And if that's getting hot, then maybe the wires behind the wall are getting hot.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know. I just got rid of it.
Yep. And and all the new appliances today, refrigerator, stove, they're more efficient. Even your toaster ovens, they're more efficient. So what you have 10 years ago that use a lot of current.
Right.
The new ones don't use that much current, and the excuse has always been, but it's not broken. Well, then give it to Goodwill, give it to the Humane Society, give it to Habitat, but get yourself a new one that doesn't use that much current and doesn't harm the environment as much.
Yeah. And you do have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
Yes, good morning, guys. Mr. George?
Yes, good morning.
Hey, how come your circuit breaker doesn't kick in when you overheat a wire?
Well, it will eventually. The problem is it has to get to a certain amount of current being drawn, and it may not reach that 15 amps or that 20 amps, but the wire behind your wall, let's say it's an older home, they could have cut some corners and used some smaller Romex, because you can use Romex type cable in a home as compared to pipe and other things in a commercial. So, and then if you plug something into something else that plugs into something else, that's where the hazard comes. The wall outlet is a good 12 to 15 amps. And the breaker could be a 20 amp, where someone could have changed it out and said, oh, my breaker's always popping, so I'll change the breaker to a 20. Well, the wire is only rated for 15 or only rated for 12. And that's where the fires come. You hear it every year. I guarantee you during this year, if you listen to some of the United and Allied, all those different news articles, you'll see a house somewhere every day is burning down because of wires.
Yeah. I got a question now about purchasing televisions. I was brought up, my dad always bought Zenith for years and years and years and always had very good results. I personally went to Sony myself years ago. I never had a repairman in the house for all the years that I've had, either the Zenith or Sony. When you're buying a TV, should you look at the brand or just at the price, or because there's so many unusual name TVs out nowadays, you don't know whether they're good or bad, and Consumer's Report doesn't really help all that much.
Right. The brand is important to people like you and I because we grew up with it, and Zenith is not necessarily a brand leader when it comes to the LEDs and LCDs and plasma screens. They are when it comes to the CR2, that's cathode ray tube, the old ones. The picture was brilliant. But you can't go wrong with a brand name. The problem is when we see a new name on the marketplace, we think it's a new product. It could be in existence for 30 years over in Korea or over in China or something. It's just now being imported. So I like to weigh the cost of the set with the brand name. So if a Samsung 65-inch is, let's say, $500, but an ABC that I've never heard of, 65-inch, is only $100 cheaper, chances are I'll buy the Samsung and I'll buy the warranty. The TV set is one of the few items that I buy a warranty for. Why? Because they do tend to go bad. Either voltage spike or just a part here and there goes bad. And the way the warranty works right now, they give you a brand new one. They don't even fix them. They just because the guts are so cheap. You're really buying a $100 TV for $500 when you buy one.
Yeah. My personal feeling, like with Sony, is like it's a Cadillac of television. But the thing is, you never see them on sale a lot. It's all these other ones that are on sale. Very once in a while, you see Sony. Is that maybe a good sign that Sony's really good?
Yeah, Sony is really good, but it's not the king anymore. You've got the other ones that are kings now. Samsung has come, as to be the very first place when it comes to TVs, because whereas Sony made radios and they made, you can buy toaster ovens made by Sony. You can buy microwaves made by Sony. Even phone systems that are Sony, Samsung pretty well stays to a very few items, and especially TVs. So they're a market leader in TV.
Is Sony made in Japan, or is it? I've got a little Sony transistor radio on the back that says made in China.
Yes, well, almost everything is made in China because of the labor, but the labor price is going up. So now you see made in Taiwan, made in Thailand. As a matter of fact, Vietnam has become a major assembly place. So Sony and the rest of them will send all their parts to Vietnam. Vietnam will assemble them, that is the soldering and all that kind of stuff, and then send the finished board back to Japan to have the housing put on it and the testing done and sent away. So you'll see a lot of times it'll say Japan and it may not be 100% Japanese.
Yeah, what time of the year do you think is the best time to buy a TV?
Well, this is it. It's amazing. Everything this time of year, even refrigerator. My wife has been looking at a refrigerator for years, and I told her this is the time to go look, because you can haggle. I guarantee you can go in Sears right now, and you can see a chainsaw, and that chainsaw is $189. And you can go up to that guy and say, I'd like to offer you $165 for it. Chances are he's going to sell it to you.
Really?
He's going to go to his book. He's going to see what he paid for it. He's going to look at his margins. He's going to look at how much money he made this week or this month as commission, and he's going to say yes.
Would that work on TV sets?
It will. It will work on TVs. Yep, you can haggle. Okay. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
And by the way, if you want a Samsung 55-inch screen TV,
your name and
there is one to get one for free, right behind you.
Yeah,
exactly.
And we haven't done it yet today, so if you want to get your name in the shiny blue box, you call 73. Is Patsy here?
No, not yet.
Oh, nobody's here. So just let it go to the answering machine, 732-8000. Don't call online.
Oh, Tish is here.
Oh, Tish is here.
Yeah, so she'll answer the phone.
So 732-8000. Just say I want my name in the box, and then on December 22nd, one name will be drawn, and that person will get the TV. Let's go to the phone again. Jim George is here, of course. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim.
Yeah, good morning, Jim. I got a question for Jim. I've never had Samsung TVs, and I bought one last year, thinking that it was a great brand and all that. And you know how you normally plug in speakers to your speaker output on the TV?
Yes.
That should be controlled through the remote control, and it's not. So if you have to get up, you have to get up and turn the volume up or down from the speakers by themselves, because it's not controlled by the volume on the remote. And I went and took it back to the store, and they said that's how the Samsungs are being made. And I think that's really stupid.
Well, it is stupid.
Yeah, it depends which sound bar you purchase. I assume you're speaking about the external sound bar. Ours is controlled.
Yeah, it's not a sound bar. It's just like I bought some Bose speakers, but they have a control where not a remote control, but you just manually you turn them up and down.
Yes.
And you should be able to turn them up with the volume control on the remote. You know, that output should be controlled with that. And they tell me in the store that, no, the Samsungs are being made like that.
Well, if you have a remote that's made by Samsung, and you have a device that has speakers with it that's made by somebody else, chances are you can make the Samsung talk to that. If they're both remote control, one remote control can do them all. You can buy a universal remote control that'll do everything.
Right, but I bought the speakers, Bose, with their manual, thinking that the TV was going to control the volume.
Yeah, no.
It's not doing that. Unfortunately, I wasted my money on the Bose speakers, and I couldn't use them.
So, does it have a remote? Is it a wireless remote, or do you have to get up?
The TV does, and the remote works the volume up and down while you don't have the speakers on. But if you put the speakers in, then it won't go up or down.
Okay,
the volume that you have it set, that's how it is.
So the
you
Bose
have to manually use.
The Bose does not have a remote control.
No, they're manual. You have to get up and turn them up and down. The knob, like computer speakers.
All right, there may be a setting. You should go to settings or menu.
I did. I tried everything, and that's why I took it to the store, and they told me that's how they're being made.
Yeah. All right.
Wow, that's frustrating. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't blame you for wanting to get rid of that. Yeah. All right, thank you.
So that was my question. And
that's a word to the wise.
I don't know if it was just the model that I have, but they told me Samsung that's how they're doing it.
Yep, word to the wise. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
That's right. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Good heads up. Wow, how would you know that in advance, though?
No, you wouldn't. You'd have to hopefully find a salesperson that's knowledgeable. One of the good things about Sears and a lot of other stores is they have knowledgeable salespeople, not just temps in there for the winter to try and sell, an item.
Right.
And the best part is find somebody under 20. They know everything about the.
Yes, they do.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I hope there's a solution for him. I hope there's one thing he didn't try that'll work out. I hope so.
Right.
All right, we are up against the break. How do you like this bumper music?
Oh, look at that. Jing-a-ling-a-ling.
All right, we'll be right back with Jim. If you want to be on the show, the number is 622-9622.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. On this Friday, sunny to partly cloudy and not as warm as recent days with lower humidity. The high between 70 and 74, then mainly clear Friday night and cool, low 45 in the coldest inland spots to 58 on the coast. Saturday will be partly sunny with a high of 73 to 77. Sunday, some sunshine, high 76 to 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Lundberg.
There are only a few things in life that you can be certain will always be around: death, taxes, the pursuit of happiness, and computers. As they continue to advance at an epic pace, the one absolute certainty about them is that they'll break. It's not an if, it's a when. And when it happens, bring it to the only company in Ocala that's certified in Apple and Microsoft, Ocala Mac and PC Repair. They even offer on-site computer repair service, so they come to you. And if you do drop it off, you can check your repair status online. Ocala Mac and PC Repair is a family-owned and operated company that can do everything from mobile repair to wireless networks, fixing viruses, data recovery, even building and installing new systems. Visit online at ocalamacpc.com. In person, 1713 East Silver Springs Boulevard, or give them a call, 352-566-8324. That's 352-566-8324. Ocala Mac and PC Repair.
Hey, this is Matt Wilkerson from Verizon. You work all day, right? So why would you want to spend your night out shopping for that new phone? Well, Marion County, let me and Verizon help you out. I can deliver to your home or office, saving you precious time. Phone, tablets, internet, home phones, even accessories. Whatever you need, we will deliver free of charge. Call me at the store, 352-528-0020. That's 528-0020.
When you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, you won't take the new car depreciation because Automax saves you thousands on late model vehicles. Browse the inventory online at automaxocala.com. Then come down to see the great vehicles and upfront pricing in person. Compare up to 60 models inside the climate control showroom. So take your time. No high pressure, no gimmicks, no games. On the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
All right, 20 minutes after 9 o'clock. Nice looking Friday morning. It's the second day of December already. Jim George is here from American Cable Services, and we are talking about technology. And real quickly, we're talking about plugging in multiple things, right?
Right.
All right, listen to this. The tree in Rockefeller Center in New York City, originally, 1933, had 700 lights on it.
Mm-hmm.
This year, it has more than 50,000 lights. Each one can be any color. Like in the old days, one light, one color. Now any light can be any color.
Right.
Let's see. They're all LEDs.
Right.
And the star on top of the tree is a Swarovski crystal. It has 25,000 crystals in it. It's 9.5 feet in diameter.
Whoa.
Gigantic star.
Nice.
Wow.
It weighs 550 pounds, and it has 720 LED bulbs just in the star alone. Isn't that amazing?
Yep, that's a lot of current being drawn.
So they're not plugging into a normal outlet.
No. They have a generator standby someplace. No, Con Edison or someone has given them a special circuit for that to plug it in.
That's a lot of electricity.
A lot of electricity.
So when the people who decorate their houses all over the place, are they risking a fire? How do they do that?
You can do it. Well, you can get a strip. Not a strip club. But a strip. Electric bar, similar to the small one you have here, and the cable that plugs into the wall is rated, let's say, 12 amps. So if the wire behind the wall is rated 15 amps, and as a gentleman said earlier, why doesn't the breaker pop? When it does reach that, because the internal wiring of that strip is now commercial, in other words, it's going to hold 12 amps. When it reaches more than 12, it will pop the breaker, and then you'll have to go reset it, and then you'll just unplug one item. That shows you've reached your limit. So, and then you should plug things in off of different breakers. A lot of times you have two outlets on a wall, and you plug into both those outlets thinking you're doing well. Well, they're all going back to the same breaker.
Same breaker, yeah.
You got to plug in on the opposite side of the wall, so you can get an extension cord that's in the garage, let's say, and plug into that outlet. Plug in the different outlets.
All right, there was a DirecTV story this morning. Did you hear it?
I did not. No.
DirecTV Now.
Oh, Now, yes.
Which is its new online streaming TV service, debuted this week with the omission of CBS.
CBS.
Wow.
So that CBS is pretty popular.
Oh, boy.
Apparently. And so, gosh, that's going to be a big... Nobody's going to want that DirecTV Now.
No.
Apparently, the guy who with CBS wanted a lot of money for them to carry it, and they said, nope, we don't want it.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. You would think that if you were a broadcaster, WOCA, and a person came to you and said, hey, I'm going to carry your channel around the world, would you say, "Oh no, I don't want that. I'm sorry. Right. It's going to increase how many viewers I have. It's going to increase how much money I can charge for advertising. No, I don't want that. I kind of CBS is crazy. ABC, NBC, they all said yes.
Yeah, they sure did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, and that Now is not cheap. They started off with like 60 channels for $35. Last I heard, it was like $80 or $90. They're getting
for which one?
The Now, the DirecTV Now.
This is the new streaming service offers 130 channels at $35 a month.
Yeah, that's not true.
That's not true.
That's a false leader. Yep. You
Really?
go online yourself and type it in, you'll see. No, and the reason is they didn't mind losing money at first to get you to come on, but they realized how much money they were losing. So now their 35 channels is just about $35. And it's going to go up. That's the loss leader. That's just to get you in. Next year or 6 months later, it's going to go up.
But if it's streaming channels,
yes, you have to have the internet first.
Is the quality any different than normal cable?
It'd be just as good.
Really?
Just as good, if not better, because it's going to be just as if DirecTV delivered it to you through their antenna.
But don't you have to worry about that buffering problem? That's a
No, because they're going to deliver it to you in multiple streams. So just the same way we're delivering it. So you'll have your 1080, which is your high def. And then you'll have your 720, which is your higher end of your standard depth. And then you'll have your 480, which is definitely standard depth. And then you'll have around 100. In other words, they're going to deliver multiple streams. So when you lock on with your TV, if for some reason your internet can't take that speed, it will automatically drop down to the next
To the
level.
next one, okay.
Your TV won't notice it.
And the lower it goes, the lower the quality?
Nope. The TV won't.
Really?
It won't even know because it's now getting that stream.
All right, you do have a phone call. Let me
Yeah.
take that call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
Good morning, Mr. George.
Yes.
You mentioned that you should run an extension cord if you have too much on the one circuit because, like you said, in one room, all the outlets in one room could go to one circuit breaker.
Yes.
But the other thing I would like to say is if you use an extension cord and it's on a reel, unreel the entire extension cord, even though you don't need but half of it, simply because that coil that is around on a reel creates like an induction resistance, and it'll actually heat up, and I've seen them go on fire.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because the one closest to the inside gets hot, and they're all getting heated the same heat. But if one's on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the other, you're right, the heat just gets transferred to all of them.
Well, the fact that you're going to be using more electricity because the electricity AC is fighting itself because of the fact that it's in that tight coil on a reel. And, to me, that's basically what induction is. And it can cause a lot of havoc, either for what you're powering or it can go on fire.
Yeah.
Well, that's, it's along the same principle as the farmer putting a big pole up to getting near the transmission lines to tap off the
free electricity.
Yeah. And there was a case like that happened. I believe it was either in upstate New York or Pennsylvania where that happened. And there was a big hullabaloo about it because the power companies was being affected by it, and also they called it theft of services.
Yeah, well, if it's in the air free.
Yeah, well, anyway, that's something you should think about if you're using an extension cord.
Right.
Wow, never knew that. Thank you, Sonny.
And every homeowner, if they have an extension cord, they should not use those white and little brown ones, the zip cord types.
Right.
Those are not extension cords as such. What we're speaking about is the orange or yellow ones.
Big ones,
That you buy at Lowe's and such. And you should not buy one that says 14-gauge wire. You should buy a 12-gauge or bigger. It'd be best if you bought a 10.
Oh, the smaller the number, the bigger the wire?
The smaller the number, the bigger the wire.
I never knew that.
Wow.
Yes. So
10.
if you can buy, but you could buy a 25-foot extension cord, number 10, for maybe $10. Mm-hmm. But the idea is that number 10 is bigger than the wire even behind your walls. So if a chair sits on that wire, if it goes under a carpet or around, nothing's going to happen to that extension cord.
Oh.
The breaker will pop before that.
Good. That's really good to know.
That is.
Yes.
We're going to check mine out now when I go home.
We're notorious for using those little brown and white ones.
Those, yeah.
Don't use those.
Yeah, we use them a lot.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting stuff today. Gosh, I keep thinking about the guy who couldn't change the volume on his TV with his remote. I hope there's an answer for him.
There should be. That's why. But if it's just I'd have to see it to understand it. It's like a lot of things I can't really picture it. But if I can picture, I can probably make it work.
Oh, man.
But he bought a sound bar that had a volume that you raise and lower yourself by your volume control. And what he's saying is he has to get up to raise and lower it because there's no way to control it remotely.
Wow.
Any way you could make that a homework assignment and come back next week and tell us?
Well, I'm not familiar with the Bose as such, but maybe there's multiple inputs into that Bose, and one of them, is just the input and the volume control runs it. Maybe the other one's just the speaker input itself.
See? You're already thinking.
That's right.
Well, hopefully there's an
All right.
answer for him. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Always interesting
You guys
stuff.
have a great day.
Thank you. And maybe we'll see you tonight on First Friday.
Yeah, I'm thinking First Friday.
We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. The unemployment rate has dropped to a 9-year low, 4.6% from 4.8. Also in November, 178,000 new jobs were created. President-elect Donald Trump making his choice to head the Defense Department, retired Marine General James Mattis announcing it at a victory rally in Cincinnati.
They say he's the closest thing to General George Patton that we have, and it's about time.
General Mattis, who retired from U.S. Central Command in 2013, will need a congressional waiver to take the job per federal law.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland. 11 now confirmed dead from the devastating wildfires in and around Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Sevier County Mayor Larry Waters.
All the fires are extinguished. I'm talking about in the county, in the city. We do have some hot spots that are left.
Some 700 structures destroyed or damaged. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Holiday shopping can be a real hassle. As if dealing with the mall wasn't challenging enough, it's almost impossible to find something people both want and need. I'm David McNeil, owner of WeatherTech, and I have the perfect gift idea this holiday season: WeatherTech floor liners. WeatherTech floor liners are laser measured to perfectly fit and protect the vehicle's carpeting from spills as well as dirt, snow, slush, and salt. And the best part is, WeatherTech floor liners slide right into the footwell of the vehicle, so there's no assembly required. WeatherTech floor liners are made with American pride, right here in the USA, so you know you're getting the highest quality. This year, give the gift of protection with WeatherTech car mats and floor liners, and you won't even have to go to the mall. Find out how you can get WeatherTech protection delivered right to your door by shopping online at WeatherTech.com or calling 1-800-CARMATS. Happy holidays!
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Dogs are experts at reading our body language and the emotional cues in our voice, and they like to do things that encourage a positive response from us. If you would like to ace your next job interview, do not try to be absolutely perfect. Sharing something slightly negative actually makes your good points look even better. Gosh, I just don't think about it enough. If you're worried about germs, then you need to be cleaning off your debit and credit cards.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hi, I'm Big Daddy Don Garlitz, asking you to support adoption by purchasing a Choose Life license plate from your county tag office. You know it costs a lot to give a child life. Many times a woman is forced to make a bad choice because of financial pressures. Help save the lives of the unborn children by aiding women whom choose life instead of abortion. Take a stand for life. Purchase your Choose Life license plate today. For more information, go to chooselife.org or call 352-624-2854.
Cookies, 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 cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. King Cookie in the Paddock Mall in Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. So next time you're in the mall, stop by King Cookie or call 352-237-2557. KingCookieOcala.com. Customized cookies, cakes, and more. King Cookie.
Eating cookies. We're so happy eating cookies. Cookies!
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Merriam brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers.